Alright, that's probably all the off stuff field covered. I just want to talk about the season now as a whole. After today, we're going to be a quarter of the way season through. It is starting to settle down, and I just want to talk about the points that's on the board now. Probably the points target. I said before that, getting back to the Gerard Houllier mantra, you need to get back to averaging 2 points a game over the course of the season. That gets you 76 points. Historically, 76 points guarantees you Champions League. Nobody's ever got that point total and never finished in the Champions League positions. It sometimes gets you as high as second. As it is, we played 8 games. We've got 17 points. Like, we're on target for that. A draw today, we're still on target for that. Hopefully no. We're looking for the win today, obviously. And where I think now the season is going to be make or break is November, December. We play 10 games, 4 at home, 6 away. You look at the 4 home fixtures. You've got Norwich, Fulham, West Ham, Cardiff. You're probably looking at them and that you probably need to win them all. You go to the 6 away fixtures. One of them is Hull, that you probably want to win away. You probably need the 15 points from them. And the other 5 away fixtures come from Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Everton and Man City. And by the 1st of January then, after all them games are out of the way, we'll have 19 games played. We'll be halfway through the season. I definitely think we need to be getting 38 points. So from them 10 games, the way I sort of looked at it, we need to get 18 points. So it's going to be a tough ask, and it's going to tell us where we are in the season, and we know by the 1st of January whether we're the real deal or we're not.
Yeah, well, I tend not to look too far forward, but I know certainly for the next month we've got 2 tough aways in Everton and Arsenal, and like we've had a great start to the season, even though we've been shaky at times. So we'll be tested this month for sure. And with a derby game, of course anything can happen, but I think we need to be solid in that game, especially. And with Arsenal, the way they're playing at the minute, we can't make any mistakes because they'll crucify us. We'll for conceding goals to Palace. What are Arsenal going to do to us up front? So we need to tie it up at the back. And with Sturridge and Suarez, we're always going to score goals, or at least we're always going to threaten to score goals in some way, shape, or form. So look, any team won't want to play us, but yeah, I think it's a crucial month because we're leading into a difficult December. So yeah.
But the question probably asked now: Are we now a team are we a good team that just hasn't clicked yet, but is grinding out results, or are we a middle of the road team where the chickens are going to come home to roost in the next 2 months?
I probably think that the jury's still out on that. Maybe we've still got between Sturridge, Suarez, Coutinho. They've really not played a lot of football together as a threesome. Between the boys only came in January, Suarez's suspension and now Coutinho's injury. So I think how them 3 click, it'll play a big part on the rest of the season going forward, and whether we can be classed as what type of team. We are a good team and we are a top 4 challenging team, or we're going to go back down the road last year of kind of 7th, 8th. Season so far, maybe if you said we'd be where we are at the start of the season, I'd be happy enough. And yet there's still sort of some regrets or disappointments in there of results and performances. So probably position wise, I think we've got to be happy at the moment. Performance wise, probably not so much, but certainly room for improvement. And we'll have to improve in the next couple of months with the result, or with the fixtures that Jars mentioned there. So
in a way, it's refreshing just to focus on the league, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it is good like that, and you hope the fact that we only have the league now to concentrate on, that performances will improve, and they probably should have improved already. I know we've already discussed midfield and defence, but surely they can only improve, or hopefully will improve. Overall that should improve the team's performances. Obviously, it's been a bit stop start with some injuries. Like, obviously Coutinho's not back yet. Johnson's been out for a while. Enrique's out. Well, not his biggest fan. He's probably still throwing a bit of balance off there, like, at the moment. But between now and Christmas, or now and the New Year, probably it'll definitely show where we are. A lot of big fixtures and tough away fixtures. It'll probably show a lot of tactical stuff from Brendan, where he's at, or what he thinks of his team and who can fit in where. And as it comes to New Year, we definitely still need to be in there, probably in near enough the position we are now. Chelsea and City and a lot of them teams, if they're not where they want to be come the New Year, they'll be looking to heavily invest. Whereas we're probably not going to be in a position to do that. So we do still need to be up there come January.
Yeah, we don't. I think we don't. We're not the type of team that can chase teams down. When the 1st of January hits, if we're 6, 7, 8 points off Champions League, you don't see us going on a huge run against these other big teams to try and claw anything like that back. Like, that's why I think it's crucial that come the 1st of January we are at that 36, 37, 38 point mark and still up in the top 4 and having other teams chasing us.
Now you can see that now. I've been saying for the last few weeks that somebody's going to come out of the pack. I wouldn't have put my money on Arsenal coming out of the pack, but it's looking like, well, it will be Arsenal. It's looking like Chelsea and Man City are also starting to come out of the pack. So I agree with you. The fixture list was kind to us at the start of the season, but obviously that comes around, swings and roundabouts now, and we're going to hit a very difficult away patch. But I don't know. I can see, as Jer says, if we win the home matches and catch a few of these teams, there's a good point made there that we're only concentrating on I haven't checked the exact fixture list now, but we could be catching a couple of these teams when they come back from European football, so that could be an element of it as well. We're fresh, we're going week to week now, we're out of everything, well, we're out of the League Cup, we're not in Europe, so it could be a small little advantage we could use. We've players come back from injury, but I agree we need to be up there come January and then strengthen the midfield. But honestly, it's probably not a popular opinion, we've probably been lucky to where we are with that. Nobody's really pulled away from the field, that we're still there or thereabouts. But I agree. The next few months are going to really tell a tale.
Yeah. It is. What's your thinking on Damien? Like, are we a good team that just hasn't clicked into gear yet the way we did after January last year, or are we a middle of the road team just scraping by where the chickens are going to come home to roost?
To be honest, I don't know if it matters. Manchester United have won the league without having the best team in the league. Manchester City, I suppose, pound for pound, would consider themselves the best team in the league. Tottenham would consider themselves above Arsenal as well, player for player. I mean, it's the strongest league it's been for 5 years when you look at superstars coming in and all these foreigners and great players coming in with Tottenham and with Manchester City, with Chelsea. And out of all that, Arsenal go top. They just threw one player in English and a Welsh lad in midfield. I think we'll win the league. I think it'll be all over by Easter. So, since I was a young fella, I think we win the league. Even when we're 30 points down and there's 11 games to left, and it's mathematically possible, I think we'll win the league. I don't think that. I think the problem we had over the last few years, I mean, going back 30, let's say go back to the turn of the century and beating United in these one-off games and beating Arsenal and beating Chelsea in the European games, and this was our platform. We've beaten these, we've beaten the best, and we've beaten some European teams as well. Great games. This year we've beaten Palace and we've lost to Southampton, but we are where we are, and we're doing very well. Let's see. It does not interfere with the bigger teams. Does not interfere with Tottenham. Does not interfere with Chelsea. Does not interfere with United. In fact, particularly United. And to be honest, I'm not even running scared of Arsenal. I think our players can lift themselves for the big games, and I think our players have put that tag of not being able to finish off the poorer teams behind them. So I think we're competing for top 2, top 3.
Yeah, we'll probably leave that at that, because that's the optimism just there that he's saying we're going to win the league. So I said at the start of the season that we're going to win the European Cup in Berlin next year. So we're going to move on to West Brom, because we're on the ferry as usual on the way over to West Brom, just in case anyone's under any illusions out there that we're sitting in some fancy recording studio. There's 4 of us sitting on a bench in a cabin on the ferry, and there's one lad lying half naked on a bed, and anyone out there that's on the Irish Cup will know who the half naked lad is that's lying on the bed. So just talk a bit about West Brom now before we finish up, with where we see what way do we see the team lining up. From your own point of view, I think you could see Brendan reverting back to his favourite 4-3-3 today. I'd love to see Alberto get a run in that 10 role. and it's going to be a difficult game. You know, West Brom are no mug. Steve Clark has them playing well. They went to Old Trafford a couple of weeks ago, got a very good result. You look, the big danger where I see that coming from them is Sessegnon, the way he likes to pick the ball up deep and run at the defence, and I think that's where we're going to need a bit of strength in midfield.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I think if you look at West Brom, what has written all over for me is they're set up very similar to how Southampton were, and we know how that one went. Clark has them, they're set up very, the back four and the midfield move together, give you it's real old school in that just trained well, that they move as a unit, and it gives you less room to work at. They're perfectly set up to counter. I think I'm right in saying we've lost the last 3 against them, no, we definitely don't.
Yeah, they're going for the...
We won the League Cup game.
We need
if you win this, it's the first time since 1938 they won 4 league fixtures on the trot against us.
Yeah, we need to spank them just for that, if nothing else. But as I said, it has all the hallmarks of a Southampton game written all over. Tactically, they could catch us on the break, but I'm still confident again. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win. I'd like to see us actually revert from the 3 at the back. Just keep teams guessing and go back to 4-4-2. You know, you don't want them always to say, "Oh, that's 3 at the back is how Liverpool play now." Switch it up a bit against. I don't like to disregard any team, but a mid-table team, you know, and just go back to the 4-4-2 for this match. Is Enrique fit? Is he? No. I got. Let me see, I haven't thought about this.
Brad Jones in goal first.
Yeah, Brad Jones in goal. Minley, now Enrique's not, so I was, hold on 2 seconds, Sacco. Oh, I got back to that, because I have a 3 of the back teams, Stephie.
Yeah, for me, I said, I think we're going to go back 4-3-3 today. Yeah, well, he is, because he played the Newcastle last week, Paul. Yeah, I think we go Johnson, Sacco, Torre, Sissoko. I think the 3 in midfield, Gerrard, Henderson. I'd love to see Alberto just in front of him. I don't know if he will be. And then Moses left, Suarez right, of Sturridge in the middle. And we win. No, I can't say we win, because every time I predict we win, we don't win. So I predicted we lose at Palace and we won at Palace. So I'll just predict we lose. Because then we win.
Ever the optimist. But obviously it's certainly going to be tight. I think West Brom, we can see that six in the league maybe so far in 8 games, unbeaten away from home. I mean, they've been to Old Trafford, they won at Old Trafford. I think they got a draw. It was White Hart Lane. I know they've had a couple of tough away fixtures and they're unbeaten, so it's certainly going to be a tough game and a tight game. Patience might be the key, and certainly the first goal is going to be massive. We probably struggle to break down a few teams if we go behind, so first goals are going to be very important. The longer it stays at 0-0, particularly after things like Southampton, you'd hope a bit of frustration doesn't come in. That was probably a good thing at the Palace game. We scored so early, and the game tends to open up a bit then. But if it does stay 0-0, we probably need the crowd not to get too frustrated or too impatient. But I certainly would probably predict a low-scoring game, and as well we've probably got 1-0 and hopefully keep a clean sheet, which we've struggled the last few weeks, but it's out for 3 points and a 1-0 anyway.
Every day of the week.
Yeah, don't really have a lot to add to what's already been said. I think it's, everybody's aware that they're fond of that 1-0s, so it's going to be tight. But look, the law averages state that we're due a win, right? We haven't beaten them in three occasions, so look, we've got Suarez and Sturridge to nail home a couple of goals. So I'm going to go.
Suarez and Sturridge.
I do. I'm going to go big. I'm going to be the optimist. I'm going for a 3-1.
Go on. Give it to the man next. You know what he's going.
I think Anelka coming back, he'll be dragged on by Torre for a penalty. Anelka for 1-0 West Brom, and it's not over yet. I think Suarez and Sturridge will get one each, and then Rush will get a hat trick, and I think Anelka will get the. I'll go for 5-2 for Liverpool.
5-2. One of these weeks, 5-2 is going to come in. Right, well that's it. That's it for us for another week. So hope you've enjoyed that. We're going to go get this man back in his clothes, and we're going to go enjoy the rest of our day. So we talk to you again today at Fulham. Thanks. Bye bye.